Hello and welcome everyone to the Wasteland. Welcome back to Fallout 3, where today we're going to be showing you how to get 5 very strong weapons right at the very start of Fallout 3. We are going to first go up and we're going to grab a weapon called Stab Happy. This is one of the unique combat knives. Now this knife can be found right up over in here. It is just east of the Bethesda ruins, which are generally right around here. So once you're about over to here, this is where we're going to be looking for the knife, and it can be found right over here at this house where there will likely be raiders trying to shoot you. That's okay though, you just need to fight them, which shouldn't be too big of a deal. Yeah. And these ones out here don't have it, so just be sure to kill them. Take whatever they've got, like this one had a hunting rifle, which is going to be very, very useful, especially for 2 of our guns that we're going to be getting here in a little bit. But we're going to go into this building right here, which is called the Raider Shack. And there will be more raiders inside of here, with one of them having the knife that we need. So we're gonna kill these guys. Oh, it's right here. So this is Stab Happy. Since Stab Happy does 8 damage normally, and this is with a character that hasn't really built any melee, this one has a 4 times crit modifier. Ooh, got a flamer. So as you can see, you can do pretty good damage to these. Ooh, somebody with a Chinese AK too, or a Chinese assault rifle. So we'll just take this, take what they got. And yeah, this one has a 4 times crit modifier, which is very high. That's one of the highest in the game. It's one of the highest for melee weapons. It does decent damage per hit, pretty good damage per second. It's very lightweight, and combat knives can be found kind of all over the wasteland. So it's going to be really easy for you to fix this up, as well as you can raid all this and take whatever the heck they got, which they have a couple of decent things in here. We can get a little bit more money. Next weapon that we're going to be going and getting is called Old Painless, and you get this one all the way to the very northeast corner at the Republic of Dave. So we're gonna tag it up here. Do be careful when you're running through here though, because Yao guys can spawn all throughout here, and once you start getting up near Old Oldney, which is this area right here, there will be death claws that show up too, so be wary of that. Once you've gotten all the way up here, this will be the Republic of Dave right over here. And again, be careful of things like Yao guys. They tend to be all over the place out here, so you may need to like reload a couple times actually getting up here, but as long as you're saving fairly often, this shouldn't be too difficult. And then once you get here, hang on, you gotta wait until morning. Then you can talk to the greeter, say that you want to meet Dave, and then you can go in here. Now there is the perception bobblehead that's actually right in here, so you could go and get this whenever you would like. I would recommend you wait until you are already at level 30 and you have almost perfect, at least if you're going with that build. If not, you could just run right over here and grab this if you would want to. You can also grab some of these Chinese weapons too, like a Chinese AK, if you're okay with stealing this stuff, which we are going to be stealing the next gun. So in order to get this, go into here, and then we have to find Dave, who is right here. It is going to be easiest with really high sneak, or if you have a stealth boy, or both, in order to do this, because we are going to need to pickpocket from him, and luckily we have pretty high sneak, so we can just save right here, and then we can keep trying to steal his special key. If this doesn't work, then reload, try again, and you can keep trying this. Well, make sure you're, again, not detected. And another little trick that you can do in Fallout 3 at least, is if you find a spot where you're hidden, you can potentially go into third person, and you can actually reach further than what you normally would be able to. And you can potentially steal it that way. So once this is stolen, then we'll need to get into this safe. So once again, we'll have to wait until we're hidden, open up this safe, and right in here you can grab Old Painless. Now you could just kill Dave, take his key, do this too. That also works, but we're gonna do it more to where we can still do quests for them. Then you can go outside, and Old Painless is pretty good. It does pretty good damage per shot. It's already at half HP, which is okay, and he uses the 32 round, which is one of the most common rounds in the game. This one you can fix up with the hunting rifles, which basically everybody carries. It's only this weapon and the 32 pistol that are actually vying for the spot of, well, this ammunition in general. And this one does have a higher rate of fire than something like the regular hunting rifle, as you can kind of see. I do have God mode turned on just so that I can shoot this more, because I only have 5 bullets for it. So the next gun that we're going to be getting is called the A321's plasma rifle. This is the unique plasma rifle, and you get it all the way down here in Rivet City. However, you do need to start a quest in order to get this going. You can do this as soon as you get to Megaton, so let's just head there. Once you're in Megaton, you can actually just head right over here to the clinic and head inside. And then there should be a tape around here. Yes, this one right here, which is called the holo tape. And it's wanted, a trustworthy surgeon. So now if you go to your notes,
Hey, Doc.
and you play this, so you'll get the quest added, the replicated man. You have to talk to a couple other people to kind of get where this quest is going to be, but we will need to go to Rivet City, and the next place you can go is right up to the Crater Side Supply. Hopefully it's open. If it's not, you can always wait until it is open. And then you can talk to Moira here. Moira will also give you the Armored Vault suit, which is really, really good for the start. So you can also start up her quest too. I plan on doing a whole video about how to actually get this, and ask her about the android.
Have you heard the so-called android recording? It sounds like an ordinary man.
Yeah. Now for the next part of this quest, once you've actually made it over here to Rivet City, you're trying to get into this part of the boat. You can already get into that part of the boat, which is the main portion, but we do need to get into here. Now this door actually has a very hard lock on it, so you're going to need 100 lock picking in order to get into it, unless you want to go about this the other way, which I would highly recommend since you can do this right away. Swim over to this part. You can also walk out through part of the ship over here, or climb and jump off the top there. Just be sure not to hit any rocks. And you can swim down into this section. So once you're actually into the bow of the boat, be sure that you get some air, because you're going to need it. Otherwise, you will be running out of air. It's not really the best if you end up drowning down here. So next place that we're going to go is right up over to here, which there is things like Mirelurks. So be careful about them. Sometimes you can get them to go into the water, though. And you can potentially kind of keep them down here while you can go up there if you don't want to fight them. If you got something like a combat shotgun, you should be able to beat them pretty quickly. There's also a 44 Magnum here, and you can get things like more stim packs here. You could also potentially get yourself to kind of a little hiding spot here to where they can't really get you. As you can see, if you got something like the 44 Magnum here, or if you got things like the Chinese assault rifle, which we picked up a couple of them, or like the flamer that we picked up earlier, there are some other options. The Mirelurks also might light themselves on fire if they go into that section, it seems like. So be careful of the traps. Yeah, just be sure to take them out. Then be careful moving throughout the rest of the ship, because there are some booby traps around here. You've seen the Mirelurks set some of them off. So be on the lookout for that. Go over here and push this button. And then you should get to this part of the ship where Zimmerman is here. Or, sorry, not Zimmerman. The doctor is here. You can also take a big book of science here if you're willing to steal it. Make sure he doesn't notice. And then you can talk to Pinkerton.
How
That's
the hell
his
did
name.
you get in here?
Then you can ask him about the synthetic man. Ask him about what kind of work he's doing. And he should tell you about the synth. Right now I didn't talk to the synth, so hang on, I need to come back here in a second. Once you're actually over here where the Rivet City Bridge is extended, you can come over here and talk to Harkness.
Hold it, right?
He's gonna be not the nicest to you, but he is gonna be very useful in just a little bit. So go over here to the stairwell, and then we're gonna go over to the science lab. We need to go over here to talk to Zimmerman, as well as we may need to talk to another doctor, since we've only talked to a couple of people so far. And yeah, we can head to the science lab. You can just simply follow all the signs that lead you there, which is pretty cool. There is also the intelligence bobblehead right here that you could get. And you can talk to Zimmerman right over here. He'll tell you more about the synth. He's very forthcoming with it, which is pretty funny. So if you still need more information about the android, if you haven't found enough holotapes, there's another one that you can find right in here in Rivet City. You can get it right here. This is called Extreme Measures. Once you have the Extreme Measures and you've listened to that, you can also go over here and talk to Seagrave. He kind of knows about robots, and so long as you have high enough speech or science, he can kind of help you out, and he'll tell you about Pinkerton. Now we can go talk to Pinkerton. He'll tell you what you need to know, and Harkness is the android. So, now that we know about this, we can go and talk to Harkness about this. So, head on back to the Rivet City Market, because that's usually where he hangs out. So I'd recommend that you talk to Harkness first, because we're actually going to do part of this quest both ways. So tell him that he's not who he thinks he is. Depending on what you got in terms of speech and everything, you can make him see different things. And apparently this kid's getting an earful right now. So tell him that you want to actually kill these people, and he will give you his rifle, which his rifle is really, really strong. This is the A23's plasma rifle, or sorry, the A321's plasma rifle. Does 30 damage a shot, uses microfusion cells, so it's one of the most common rounds in the game. This has a lot of like HP on it too, so it takes a very long time to break. And you can actually get both parts of this quest done at the same time. So simply head right back to the science lab, tell him that you found his missing property, and he'll actually give you the wired reflexes perk, which makes it so you get increased crit chance. So you can also, you know, do the rest of Harkness's quest right here too by just getting rid of these two. This weapon should kill them very easily. Our last two weapons are actually right here in the center of DC, and you can actually get there just from going through this metro system right outside Rivet City if you'd like. You can also get it through doing the main story as well. So either way, you should end up in roughly the same area. This way is fairly direct though. So if you want to take this path, you absolutely can. Now the area you're looking for is actually right over here at the museum station, which could be a place that you could come up at. And we're looking for the Museum of History, which is this one right here. So once you found the Museum of History, head on inside. We're going to be getting Lincoln's Repeater from this, as well as there's a couple of books in here. I think there's one that's actually in one of these stalls. Yep, right there. Nikola Tesla and you. And I think if you ask around here, you can also get the Paradise Lost. There's also the Underworld, which you could go in and talk to the ghouls down there, and they can get you some pretty decent stuff. Like, that's where you get one of the schematics. But yeah, we're going to head into this section of it where there is ghouls. There is also turrets. And I think I killed that one. I don't know. Be careful of these, because they can do pretty decent damage to you if they get real close. Your new plasma rifle should take them out really easy, though. And then we're going to be heading over here into the offices, because this is where we actually need to go to get the rifle. There's also a bunch of collectibles in here that you can sell that are like Lincoln memorabilia. So you can get like this Action Abe. Again, the ghouls will be scaled to your level too. So if you come here much later, the ghouls will be a lot stronger. If you come here earlier on, then we shouldn't have anything besides roamers and regular ghouls, with the exception of probably one glowing one near the actual rifle that we're looking for. There's also Lincoln's hat in here, which is a really good hat that you can get. So if you want some headgear, you can grab that. And you will need to get through these cell doors. They are just very easy though, so you don't need any lockpicking in order to be able to get into these. Kill that, and then we're going to be heading up here, where there's the glowing one in the back. Again, be careful of all these ghouls. They can do pretty high damage to us if they're allowed to get close. The glowing one in particular can do a lot. But thanks to our wired reflexes and our new plasma rifle, we can take him out pretty fast. Oh, there's actually two glowing ones. That's might be a little bit of a problem for us. Then again, maybe not. There we go. Take care of him. We're almost out of ammo, but that's okay, because we're getting a new gun here. And you might have already been able to use like old painless throughout this as well, since that uses a lot more common round. Now, if you head on right over here, there will be a Chinese army book, apparently a Chinese pistol near it. And you can open up this, and you can get Lincoln's Repeater, which Lincoln's Repeater is very strong. So this does 41 damage already. I don't have maxed out small guns, I should say that. This is uses the 44 Magnum. It's pretty much just this and the revolvers that do. So you can use this right away. You can fix this up with hunting rifles. It doesn't require you to actually be having any lever action rifles. All right, now the next building that we're going to go to is actually found really close to the Museum of History, which is this building right over here, because we need to go to the Museum of Technology. Now, for this, we're going to be getting the Zulong Assault Rifle, which is the unique Chinese rifle. It's a very good gun, and I'll also be showing you how to get a lot of ammo for it early on, which can be pretty nice. So we're just going to kind of ignore the super mutants here. You can kill them if you'd like, if you got the ammo. I'm running a little bit low on ammo overall. That's okay, though. We just need to be going right over to here. And you will probably be coming up out of this station if you went through the main story. So in that case, then you come up right next to the Museum of Technology, and the Museum of History is right across from it. Either way, it's pretty easy to get here. Now, this place, once again, is full of super mutants, so be sure to take them out. So upon entering the museum, I kind of missed this one, go over to this PC right here, and click on it. And then this should be 000. Click on that, and then you'll get the drop-down menu. Then this will reset to 001. I already did this on the other computer, but anyway, click on 001, and the next thing that you're going to click on is 019. So it's the second answer, and then this will say that it's confirmed. You do need all three of these confirmed, and you can actually just guess on these if you would like in order to get them all right. But if you screw up any of these, then they won't actually work anymore. So be sure that you actually get these correct. Be sure that you're saving along here, because otherwise you will have to go and redo this again. because once you're locked out of this, you can't get this gun any other way, since it actually doesn't show up in the game. So once you've gotten that one done, then head on over to the next one, which can be found through the exhibits here, and it will be locked into the next section of this place, which is right over here to our left. I've already ran through this once because I kind of did this out of order. Go to the west wing and then head right over to these computers. Click on this one, and then you can find 002, and then be sure to check the third answer, which is 053. This will also be confirmed. You could, of course, use things like your 10mm pistol too, assuming you still have ammo for it, and whatever else you've gotten, like Stab Happy, maybe some Knuckles or something, which we've got right here. And you should be finding the last computer, which is right down in this room, which is 003. Go down here and then press the 113. Then you can click on Get Passcode, and you'll get all of this information. So this will get you a new map marker, which is actually where the rifle can be found. The next area that we're going to be going, though, is right over here to the Jury Street Metro. So be sure to tag that, and we can fast travel right back to Vault 101. Now that you made your way over here to the Metro station, all you have to do is actually go into this diner, which is called Dot's Diner, and there should be a corpse in here. If you didn't do this, then the corpse will not exist. You can find this. This is Prime. He will have some loot on him, which is pretty good, and he'll have the Zulong assault rifle. You'll also probably get attacked by like mercenaries shortly after this, so you can use that rifle then. Doesn't look like I actually got them. Talon's company usually shows up here, or the regulators can show up here if you're good or evil, and you've been playing at least for a decent amount of time. Either way, you can get the Zulong assault rifle, which is very, very strong. This is just a better Chinese assault rifle. It does really high damage per second. It holds 36 rounds in it rather than 24 rounds. Now, you might be a little bit light on ammo for this one, and I'm going to show you this next trick, which is how to get a lot of ammo. So head on over south to here. Once you've helped out the Brotherhood Outcast down here with dealing with the two raiders, which, I mean, they can take care of by themselves, you'll have to wait for this guy to come over here, or you could potentially just, you know, open up the gate with enough lock picking, since it's not actually counted as a crime or anything. You can talk to this guy, and he'll want to be collecting any sort of technology. So once you get into this part of the main story, which is pretty early on, you can actually kind of side over here with the Brotherhood, which, I mean, they'll deal with the super mutants here, and you can just pick up their stuff, which is kind of useful. So if you need more hunting rifles, or if you need more ammo for the hunting rifle, like if you've just got old painless, then this works pretty well. Then this is the way where we're going to get a bunch of power armor, because there's a dead guy sitting right here, which we can search and we can take his stuff. Once you get through fighting all the mutants here too, you can also find another dead guy right here that has a Fat Man and some more power armor. So the Fat Man is incredibly powerful, and it's one of the few opportunities that you really get to use it, because there will be a behemoth showing up here. So feel free to use this, and then if there's any other Brotherhood of Steel characters that have died around here, that's actually pretty good for us, because we want to get their power armor. So just take care of the behemoth. It'll be easiest to use the Fat Man to deal with that. All right there, Sarah. You took a Fat Man nuke and you're all right. Cool. The behemoth might also have some pretty decent stuff on them. It depends. It's usually kind of random loot as to what they have. Fat Man is super heavy though. Once we've collected all the stuff here that we want, then we can always come back here if there's even more armor that we can't pick up. Like, most of the stuff is just kind of too heavy for us. We can then use this as just a drop-off point. So once we already have the GNR building, then we can run back over to Fort Independence. You can just fast travel back and forth between this really quickly. And so long as our guy is out here, it seems like he is. I think he's always out here.
Well,
You can then drop off some technology for him. So, like, you can say suit of power armor, and I want 5.56 ammo. And you can do this. As you can see, you get 192 for one suit of regular power armor. So if we wanted to do all this, he'll also start wearing armor if it's better than his. Then you can just keep turning these in. You can also potentially turn these in for frag grenades if you're running an explosives build, Rat-Away, which you probably will never need in this, or stim packs. Stim packs are really good too. I'd recommend that you just put all of your stuff into either 5.56 rounds or into stim packs, because I came here with very little 5.56 and I have about 600 rounds in it now. So plenty of bullets here. It's a really good way to level up really early on, because this gun is very, very solid. So that's 5 very strong, unique weapons that you can get right away in Fallout 3. Hopefully this helped you out. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.